to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning. Well, before we approve the agenda, we have consideration to approve agreement and compromise assignment with Hardin County Tax Sales Certificate 22-00005 to City of Eldora, and I don't believe it's ready to be done, so let's just go ahead and remove
Remove
that.
that from the agenda, okay. All right,
So then I could ask for approval of the agenda with that change.
okay, I will make a motion to approve the agenda with the removal of the compromise of assignment of Hardin County Tax Sales Certificate.
I will second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is approval of minutes of 1/14/2026.
Make a motion to approve January 14, 2026 minutes.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is approval of claims for payment of 1/21/2026.
Make a motion to approve the claims for payment for January 21st, 2026.
I will second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is consideration of approved action to possibly rescind the action taken by the board on 1/14/2026 to approve pay raises in the treasurer's office.
Okay, I will move to rescind the change of status for the pay increases that were approved on 1/14/2026 for Christy Hoffmeister and Melissa Harvey, effective today.
I will second. Is there any discussion? Michelle, you want to talk?
Yes, I did. So you're only rescinding two?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Can you tell me the reasons why?
The descriptions that you gave last week, the hard part is we never had any conversations prior to this. But given some conversations prior to it, we would have had a better explanation going forward. Now, the rescinding of this, a week ago, I didn't have the right answers. It was under my impression that an elected official has it in their budget. We can't say no. That's not the facts. The question was asked to me. I reached out to Galloway. Galloway responded with this as the motion, this as the rescinding, and the supporting documents behind that. And it was asked me by Board of Supervisors. The two that as your explanation that you gave, you put a lot more duties on one person than you did the other two. That's why I feel the two. But the third one, I think is also the lowest paid employee you have in your office as well.
She's the newest employee as well.
I get that, the newest, but she's also took on a lot more duties and responsibilities. That being said, that's why I look at it this way. The highest paid one you have there, you almost have that to a deputy status as a salary. If it's a deputy status, talk to us about moving it to a deputy position.
And I haven't moved it to a deputy position yet because she doesn't have all the knowledge and things that she needs to be a deputy.
Okay,
So I would like to just say a few things about this whole situation. I'm really disappointed that you guys didn't reach out to me either on putting this on the agenda. I found out through the public. I was busy working because we're shorthanded. One, always shorthanded because of not being able to replace that person. Then I had somebody on vacation. And so on Friday, I'm kind of moving around here. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit miffed about this whole situation. I thought I was the department head thinking that I know what my employees do throughout the day and what they're doing and what they deserve, but here we go. My ask was to increase a half-year salary for 3 people for $2,854, including FICA and IPERS. The raises that I implemented, is to take place of a $63,830 salary. My office approximately brings in $9 million for the DOT, which we retain approximately $343,000 worth of dollars. Our base salaries for all 6 of us is $329,919. That doesn't include the FICA and the IBRs or insurance. However, we cover most of our salaries through our work with the DOT. On January 14th, we were notified that the budget workshop would have been held the 16th of January. And a few minutes later, we were notified department heads are not required to be present in person for this workshop. However, department heads should please remain available by phone during the workshop in event the board has questions or needs clarification related to their department's budget. Thank you for your cooperation and availability. I did not come down to the board meeting for the budget meeting. I was shorthanded. I'm getting back to where I started. I was at the front counter waiting on customers and thought that if there was any questions for my budget, that I would be called to come down, and I would have been happy to come down. But I didn't have the time to come and sit and wait for the whole process to happen for me to have my budget discussed. So I'm disappointed that we didn't talk about it, our budget that I have presented. Why couldn't we have talked about it then?
Your budget that you presented really wasn't you were not comparing apples to oranges here on this budget that you presented. The only thing that I noticed in your budget that would have been different is that you put the raises in along with the replacement of the employee. Jolene told you to do that. She said that right out of the gate, that just do it this way right now.
That's how we were asked to do it in the first place.
Which is fine. So I had no questions on that. Everybody else that showed up the budgets, I really didn't have any questions. We directed everybody to put in the same dollar amount with no raises. And everybody showed up at the meeting. Really, all I'm doing is looking to see how we came for percentages and carryovers. That was our workshop. We fine tuned it a lot better since then. It's not looking as good as it did a week ago, but I think there's still more fine tuning that needs to be done on this budget. I mean, this is more of a department head meeting, but I'm here, might as well talk about it. We are looking at about a $1 million crunch in the next 2 years. Mandatory. Doesn't matter. The only way to get a $1 million crunch is cutting staff. That means everybody's going to have to do more with less. This is what the state has mandated on us. I've been preaching it for 3 years. We're here. And now, that being said, our carryovers are not going to sustain what we have right now. That's what we were looking at in the budget workshop, just to see what people propose a status quo, and they're not going to sustain. It wasn't going over everybody's budget. It's looking to see what everybody how it all looked together. I just got this information. But in order for us to meet and discuss it, we have to have a public hearing. That's what the workshop was about. It wasn't for all the department heads to come in. But if we had a question for one, just stay available, we'll ask. I didn't have a question on this one.
Okay. Well,
But moving forward, we're gonna have to look at crunches.
and I understand that.
I see decreases versus layoffs, but not to say layoffs aren't coming depending on what,
Well, they already have happened.
well,
I can't replace the person that retired.
That's not a layoff.
that's not laying
Well-
off somebody, but.
That's shorting staff, yes, but
Okay.
we're not laying somebody off. There's a big difference in my mind.
Yeah,
Okay,
me too.
And that's why, as we move forward, we're trying not to replace people if we can avoid it, because knowing that we could be looking at layoffs. But we don't have a plan together. We just started last week.
Well, I know you called me out on the carpet for not having conversations with you before I put the statuses in. However, have I ever had a verbal conversation with you? I've always presented my change of statuses to you. And I've always emailed them to you prior, when I send it to get it to the board secretary. And
Prior,
this time I did not
Correct.
CC you in, and I apologize for that. Because I've been super busy and I guess my head wasn't in the right place. Because I've had to also step up and do multiple things and take over people's jobs when they're not here. So I just want to make it public that, I didn't intentionally not have a conversation with you. I've always been open, honest, and workable. And so I just wanted to make that statement, and I'm really, I think it's quite something that you can decide who out of the three is eligible to get a raise. That just baffles me. Thank you.
thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is consideration to approve the treasurer's semi-annual report.
Make a motion to approve treasurer's semi-annual report.
I'll second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now is consideration to approve utility permit UT 2026-01 for Woolstock Mutual Telephone.
I will make a motion to approve the utility permit. UT 2026-01 for Woolstock Mutual Telephone.
I will second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is consideration to approve submitting recommendation to DNR animal feeding operation construction permit application Buckeye 21 site, section 21 of Buckeye Township. Kendall?
Same thing with the last couple ones, they're just increasing the amount of animal in each one. Oh, sorry, they're just increasing the amount of animals in each place, no construction is happening. So same thing with the last couple, just making sure the well's gonna accommodate. And it's fine.
Okay.
And you went through the matrix and nothing's.
So I would make a motion to approve submitting the recommendation to the DNR on the animal feeding operation construction permit application for the Buckeye 21 site, section 21 Buckeye Township.
I will second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is animal feeding site for Concord site, 25 site, section 25 of Concord Township.
Okay. I will make a motion to approve submitting the recommendation to the DNR on the animal feeding operation construction permit application for Concord 25 site, section 25 in Concord Township.
Well, second, it's been moved and seconded. Discussion, same thing, correct? You said all three, but there's two of them here, and then the next one's a different one.
Okay.
Any other comments? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now is acknowledge receipt of animal feeding operation construction permit Buckeye 27 site, section 27. Want to go ahead and talk about that one?
It's the same thing with all of them, they're just increasing.
Increasing.
No construction.
Okay.
Only difference on this one is it's uncovered manure as opposed to the other ones will been covered, so, but. it looks
Those are like open pit type thing or?
But either way, looks like it's still gonna meet the requirements,
Yeah,
so.
okay. I will make a motion to acknowledge the receipt of the animal feeding operation construction permit for Buckeye 27 site, section 27 in Buckeye Township.
I'll second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. No change of statuses, other business. You guys have no board health meeting today. Public comments. Donna had her hand up right away, wanted to go.
I would like to address rescinding the pay increases. One person retired and left. Duties were divided amongst 3 people. So, not knowing exactly how much that one retired person was making, I figured 60,000, 5,000 to 5,500 a month. The pay increases totaling $2.75 to divide all that one person's duty amongst 3 will cost $375 a month, plus the FICA and the other things that she mentioned. But just pay alone would save the county over $5,000 a month. Now, if I do agree, phones work both ways. Any one of you 3 could have called her. Any one of you. And if you're worried about other departments wanting to do pay increases, it's simple. You tell those other departments, get rid of one person and divide their duties amongst 3 others, and they can have 50 cents or $1 pay increase. That's settled. So far as pay increases go, since 2023, you guys have given yourself a total of 20% pay increases. And I said in 2024, 1/4 of the county supervisors in this state, nearly 1/4, took pay cuts. But you guys gave yourself another pay increase. I think rescinding it is wrong. I think rescinding it is unfair. If you couldn't check what was on your agenda prior to last week's meeting, then you should have had that discussion before voting, not waiting until afterwards. Asking someone to take additional duties like that without expecting anything more is unfair. Thank you.
Thank you. Next one. Julie.
Well, I see you still got trio of hair up there. Congratulations. Yeah. Cause I often wonder, do you have that up there as a reflection of your own beliefs, your own morality or lack of such? But anyway, let's move on. I agree with Donna. Last week, you could have said, you know what? Let's figure out what's going on upstairs in the treasurer's office and we'll, make a decision next week. No, you gave them raises and then you took them away today. How can we expect you to know what's going on in the outside walls of this, You don't even know what's going on upstairs with your own employees. So why should I expect you to know about the crap they've pulled? This one right here, the most disliked governor in the country, and has taken the state down to the bottom of the barrel, and you know it. But wait. Let's keep her picture up there, and for the love of God, I can't even believe it. So I sit home and think about what I want to say when I come up here, and I'm like, Julie, you can't even say anything that, would be permissible here. So I stay home. Letter to the editor, it would be unprintable. Because you guys have no principles. You know what? And people been asking, Oh, what happened to who's in jail? They don't know why that's no longer available. Well, I'll tell you why it's no longer available. It's because this county doesn't want, we're one of 6 counties in this state that accepts ICE detainees. They don't want you to see the pictures of people who look like people you know. Granny's caregiver, a nurse's aide, a small businessman, someone who served you in, a restaurant, or, we don't know the ages. We don't. We could have someone going through this ICE thing here, grabbed out of high school. That's just great. Something you should be proud of. No, they're not gonna show you where we're getting what I call blood money. Yeah, let's make money off the misery of others. And here he is, he's gone again. How many times, I wanna know how often a supervisor gets to not show up to meetings before there's some consequence. I don't know. Oh, and are we gonna have a celebration of the Constitution this year? Mr. County Attorney, or did your love for the Constitution kind of disappear? Due process, rule of law used to be a thing. And it's not. So, 250th birthday of our nation coming up in July. You keep going the way you are, there will be nothing to celebrate. And, I thought it was kind of weird. It felt like, when Annette Sweeney showed up for public comment, kind of kicking off her campaign, for reelection. I'm like, holy buckets. And then she tells about the 3 hours she spent with you and your mom and her commiserating on, oh my gosh, property taxes, as if she didn't know what was coming down the pike. People vote against their own self-interest when come on. You knew it was coming. And so what I think is they were giving you some talking points and strategy lessons. That's just my belief. Of course, I wasn't there, so who knows? But, and when you fully support this guy, a crazy, dangerous.
Let's get back to the county, let's get back to the county level here, Julie.
No, it's county level. Is this room not county level? Tell me it's not. When he lies constantly on a daily basis, why should I believe you? Because you're invested in lies. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments? All right, I can ask for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
All seconds, been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.